Hello, in today's video I want to talk to you about comparison. Are you comparing yourself with someone right now? It is human nature, really, for us to do that, and I want to say no, it's not human nature. It is a human thing to do that because that's what we've been taught to do. It's not actually our true nature. So let's change that language around, right? Our true nature is not to compare ourselves to others. However, we've been taught that we are not enough. We've been taught that we have problems, that we need fixing, that we're not worthy, we're not deserving, we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not pretty enough, not tall enough, not skinny enough, all of those things. And so there's this element to us that we're always comparing. And for all those millions of marketing messages that come to us on a daily basis telling us that we're not enough, we need to change ourselves to be normal, right? Or successful, or wealthy, or loved. So let's talk about comparison. It really is a soul destroyer if you allow it to be, but it can also be a beautiful glimpse into who you truly are and your future. So let me ask you this. Who are you comparing yourself with right now? Is it someone who is doing what you want to do? Is it someone who has what you want? I want you to shift your perspective on this, and rather than feeling like, oh, poor me, I haven't got that, like when you're comparing, I want you to notice the things that you really like about this person or situation or experience that you are comparing yourself with. Because those elements that you're seeing and that you're saying, oh, I wish I had that, or I wish I could do that, because you're noticing that, it's a beautiful sign that you are that it is possible for you. You're seeing a glimpse into what's possible for you. Isn't that exciting? So rather than looking at someone who's got the life that you want right now, rather than being in victim mode and feeling like a failure because you're not there, you can shift that to, wow, I wonder why I noticed that about that person today. I must have that in me. What steps can I take to learn that, to be that, to have that in my life? And it is far more empowering to be talking to yourself like that than stepping into victim mode. Now, if you're comparing looks, etc., that's a whole different kind of set of perceptions there, because if you're comparing the way you look with somebody else who's supposedly beautiful, then what is it about yourself that you've been told is wrong? Because whatever that is, it's not true. We are all individual. There is no one like you on this planet. So why would you want to look like someone else? So that's the question you need to ask yourself. That's the empowering question you need to ask yourself when you're comparing with someone else and how they look. Now, there could be elements of that, like certainly I could be wearing makeup still, but I choose not to wear makeup, and I know that in some people's eyes that makeup would look better. but I'm okay with what I see in the mirror, and that's the work I've been doing, and that's the work you can do too. So when you're comparing yourself with someone else's life, a life that you want, take note of the elements that you're looking at and just know that it's a sign that it's possible for you. When you're comparing your looks with somebody else, it's also a sign for you that perhaps some work needs to be done at really loving who's in the mirror, right? And I also just want to say that no matter where you are in life, there is always someone looking at you and comparing their life to yours and wishing they had yours, always. So keep that in mind. And so the other thing I also want to say here is it's really important to do some empowering comparison exercises within yourself. And what I mean by that is, how about comparing where you are now to where you were a year ago, where you were 10 years ago? And that will really show you your growth. It will show you how different you are now. And sometimes when we are in comparison mode and we want someone else's life, we are still in a mindset that we might have been 10 years ago, 20 years ago. It's like, well, this is what I need to do to have people seeing me as a success, or me feeling this way. But who you were 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even yesterday, is not the same as who you are right now, here in this moment. So what do you want? And, you know, what do you want and what's aligned with you now? And you'll see that by the people that you're comparing yourself with, the people that are standing out to you, that are doing things in life or being a certain way in life that you really admire. That's in you as well. So that's a sign for your, you know, oh, maybe that is my next step. Okay, I have it in me to do that. What are my next steps to learn that, to do that, to start that? What actions can I take? But then I also want you to, even just once a week, once a month, really review your life and make that comparison within yourself of how far you've come and where you were once, right? So stay empowered in that though, because I mean there are times in my life that I was absolutely soaring, you know, with success and accolades and all the rest of it, right, in a different industry than I'm in now. But I don't look at that and feel sorry for myself that that's not happening now, because that's not who I am now. But I look at that and I look at all of my experiences in life and I think, wow, yeah, I did really well there. Or, yeah, I was in a really bad way there, but look how far I've come. So it's really good to have a look at those things and compare who you are now with who you were, and just the growth and the expansion that you've had in your own life. So to recap, if you are comparing yourself to somebody right now who's doing something in life that you want to do, or being a certain way, or experiencing life in a certain way, just know that it's a sign to you that you also have that as a possibility in your life. And do a little recap on your own life, seeing where you've come from and where you are now, celebrating all the successes and celebrating all the growth. And if you are comparing your looks, your beauty on a scale of, you know, whatever, to somebody else, then start looking in the mirror and really loving what you see there. Let me know if any of that is resonating with you, and just know that it isn't your true nature to compare yourself with anyone, because your true nature, your soul essence, knows that there is no one like you, and then knows that you are pure love. No need to prove anything. You're already worthy, already deserving, already a miracle, already magnificent. It's only the human journey that has taught us to compare ourselves to anybody else. And the millions of subconscious marketing messages coming to us on a daily basis. But you're not broken, you don't need fixing. You are perfect and beautiful and wondrous and successful just the way you are. Bye for now.